What's up, everybody? It's your man, Donnell Taylor, a.k.a. Small Guy Promotions, coming to you live from B-Star Boutique in Bellevue, Nebraska. 808 South Fork Crook Road. 800? Oh, it said 808 on it. I don't know why. I was lost. I had to call her. I was like, it said 808, I thought. And I was like, that's a child care place. I'm not at the right place.
Just thinking of some dates.
But I've got Isis with me. She's been to some of our events, our vendor events that we've done before. That's how we actually first came into contact. That was last year. But then we actually...
2 years? Oh, last year. It was last year.
It was last year. Yep.
Yeah.
But then I was like, hey, did you go to Bellevue East? So, we started talking and we kind of hit it off, had a great conversation and had some fun.
Wait. What's 2 years ago? It was a Croc Center one.
It was in March of 2017. I believe. March of...
When was the one in the summer? At the Bellevue Center?
That was June.
Yep,
that was right. Yeah, because that was the tornado one.
That's right.
Yeah.
You're right.
So, yeah, last year we met. She came out to the event. We talked and we've stayed in contact since then. She actually had me come out as part of a panel discussion, and we'll get to that as well. And right now we want to talk about this, but we'll talk about that as well.
We'll talk about everything.
Talk about everything. So, B-Star Boutique. How long have you guys been around?
The business has gone through several transitions. So originally this was a dance studio, just a dance studio. We added a boutique. So there was a dance studio and a boutique. Then it was a dance studio, a boutique, and a sewing studio. And right now the sewing studio has pretty much taken over the space.
Yeah.
But we could still have dance classes if we would like to.
So how do you get dance studio, sewing? How does that?
So
is it all you, or is there like a partner, or
it's just me?
It's just you.
I have friends that help me. I don't pay them.
That's what friends are for. Friends and family.
Friends and family both. Yeah, they come in and help as needed, or drop in and chat and help me sell something.
Yeah.
But starting out as a dance studio, at one point I had 16 members in my main dance troupe. I had a couple different dance troupes, but the main dance troupe had 16 members, and dancers need costumes, right?
Yeah.
So I really didn't feel like making 16 costumes. So some of them already knew how to sew. The ones that didn't know how to sew learned how to sew, taught them how to sew. Everybody made their own costumes, because 16 costumes is a lot of sewing for one person.
Oh man. That's light bulb.
So yeah,
that's ingenious.
They learned how to sew and made the costumes. Also from that came the boutique. We had a choreography where the ladies decided it was adults, adults and some teenagers. There was like mom and daughter pairs that came to class together. I don't teach little kids. Yeah. That's a bit much. But I have respect for those that do. Because that's a lot.
Yeah. Patience.
That's a lot of patience. So they decided that they wanted to wear corsets for this choreography. I was like, that's going to be really expensive, because corsets aren't cheap, right? Real ones. So I did a bunch of calling around and found a wholesaler that's wholesale corsets. So bought a bunch of corsets, put them together with the costumes that we had made. Everybody looked streamlined and sleek. It was awesome. And when we went to perform, people were like, "Oh, do you sell those?" I was like, "I do now."
Yes, actually I do.
Yes, I do. Come by Monday and we'll get you fitted, and then from there, just had them in stock and people could order them or whatever. I think I know for sure I'm the only corset retailer in Bellevue. I'm not the only one like in the metro area. But I think I might be the only one that does a professional fitting.
Okay.
So we definitely know what size corset you need.
Yeah.
We're not like, oh, you look like you're about just try a couple on. We don't do that. We fit you. We
custom made.
Not custom made.
Not custom made.
But the ones that, custom fitted.
Custom fitted. Yeah.
It's like yeah. So, the ones that I sell here are considered ready to wear. So they're already made when they come in, right? Or I can contact the vendor and say I need one in X size, and they're like, yeah, we can make that.
Okay.
And then they'll ship it to me. I do have a lady in California who does custom. Custom fits you like a glove. Custom is to your exact measurements.
Custom sounds like money to me. That's
It's
that's what I just heard. Money.
Hers started at $375.
Woo!
They fit like a glove.
I don't wear corsets.
Right.
I don't have a
you
background in that, but
but yeah, it's and the ready to wear ones, the baseline ones are $99.
Okay.
Or $79.
Okay.
And that's just like a solid color, real basic.
Cool.
There's a step up from that, which is a waist trainer, which is not. I know everybody just heard waist trainer. Is like, is that what Kim Kardashian be wearing? No. So waist trainer is everything. All the corsets that we have here are steel boned. The ones that you see coming from China, or like if you see a corset on Wish.com,
mm-hmm.
or something described as a corset on Wish.com, it's not a corset. Most likely, it's going to be a tube that has some channels in it. It probably has plastic boning in it, and I have seen a plastic bone corset roll up on somebody like a cartoon bib. So we just don't sell those.
Yeah.
So yeah, everything we sell here, corset wise, is steel boned, because that's gonna give you that shape, that corset shape, that Victorian look.
Okay.
Plastic bone don't help nobody. No.
Don't do it.
No,
Don't do it.
Don't. Get a steel bone corset.
There you go. And how long have you been in this location? Well, we'll talk about that and the grand opening.
Yeah.
But how long, like when you first came into this spot?
In this location, we moved in January of 2010.
So it's been a good
I
minute.
say 2010. Yeah, 2010. Yeah, I had to think about that real hard because I was like,
8
yeah,
years.
because when did I get in here? Yeah.
And was that where you started the business as well, or had you been to another location prior to that?
I have had some kind of business at some capacity since 1995. So
Yeah, you seem like you do a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff.
Since
Are you Jamaican?
You only got 4 jobs.
You lazy bum. When I was your age, I was a cab driver. No. For those of you who grew up in the 80s, 90s, and live in color, man, you get that. You young folks. Well, it's probably no young folks. All the young folks are on
Google
Instagram.
But, yeah. So 95, I had a hand painted T-shirt business.
Okay.
Which was like the worst idea ever. Because it took 3 days to make one shirt.
Right.
You had to put your, whatever your first color on, it had to dry overnight.
Oh, man.
And then you could put your other color on, that had to dry overnight. And you could put your last colors on.
Oh, man.
Then that had to dry. But the amount of time that went into, 3 days. So
Yeah.
And then the markers weren't cheap. My parents were buying me packs of markers like it was candy.
Yeah.
But a shirt would sell for $40. And every once in a while somebody would buy one, but it wasn't like a constant.
Yeah, it wasn't a steady flow of income from that.
And I remember the one that I spent the most time on. I'm like, I'm gonna mark this up so nobody buys it. I'm gonna take it to the show.
Yeah.
But I mark it up so nobody buys it. Why was that the first one to sell? Somebody actually paid $60 for a T-shirt.
Oh man.
I was like, I got $60,
some good work on it.
But I really kind of wanted to keep that shirt.
Man, that's crazy. I mean, of course it would work out that way.
Yeah. So
it sounded like I said corset. I said, of course it. But, tying it together, I mean, dang. That's how my mind just random. So, but, man, that's crazy. That's a really long time. And I'm sure, from that experience, you learned a lot from it. And it kind of helped, it helped you move forward to your next thing after that.
The next thing was graphic design. My high school art teacher at East, Mr. Keller. Hey, Mr. Keller. East had one or two computers in the art room, and had not Adobe, because it wasn't Adobe, CorelDRAW. I don't even think that's Adobe. I don't know what that is. It is Adobe, yeah. Adobe CorelDRAW, which I don't know if people use it anymore. But that was my introduction to graphics.
Mm-hmm.
That was like, well, since this exists, why am I hand painting anything?
Right.
I can just make something on the computer and print it out and go get it done at Big Ink over here.
Yeah.
Right? And so did graphics for a while, and then got introduced to web design. Because if you're going to have a graphics business, you got to have a website, right?
Yep.
So this is how I met my husband. I was wearing one of the t-shirts and went to Baker's with my mom. He worked at Baker's.
Okay.
And he says, oh, do you make those t-shirts? Yeah. Really, I didn't want to bother, but I was like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
And my mom's like, yeah, she makes the t-shirts. You know, your mom's always going to pump you up, right?
Yeah, right.
It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, she makes them.
My baby, oh, she's so good.
So, he was like, oh, do you have a website for their shirts? I'm like, no. So my mom's like, do you build websites? He's like, yeah, I know how to build a website. I was like, do you actually know how to build a website?
Yeah.
So she gave him my phone number, like the house number.
Yeah.
And he called. He was like, yeah, let's get your website built. I'm like, all right. So he comes over, and he shows up to my front door with this book had to have been this thick, and the front of it said HTML Bible. I was like, you wouldn't even know how to build a website, do you? But we got to talk to each other.
Yeah, right.
I have built every website that I have. He has not built me a website yet.
Yeah. He's still on page 1. Yeah.
However, he writes my press releases.
Okay.
He's a journalist. So he writes my press releases and he proofreads all my stuff.
Yeah.
But still no website.
That's funny.
Still waiting for that website.
Do you ever bug him about that?
Oh, yeah.
You remind him? Hey, remember that one time when we met?
I'd be like, leaving the kitchen, going down to my desk to work on something like, yeah, I'm going to go do some website updates that you should be doing.
He's like, whatever.
He's like, yeah, I got you.
alone.
He's like, I got you. Whatever, I got you.
Yeah, no, it's coming. It's in the works. I'm finishing up. I wanna run it by somebody else before I, let you see it. Nah, that's crazy though. That's a good story though. I mean, that's
how we met.
Yeah, that's something that I'm sure
It's
you guys
cute.
always remember and
It
can
was
always.
cute.
Yeah, that's
He
a
was
nice
like,
story.
this is how I got to get to talk to this girl. Let me go get this book.
Great. And if y'all didn't catch that, she said house phone, so it was a minute ago. She said the house phone.
The house phone.
Man.
That landline, though.
So we got a t-shirt business, a graphic design / web design business, and then now we're doing this. And alongside this, you're also, doing stuff at Metro, and that's where we talked about the panel discussion. And it's for people who
want to start
a small business.
Yep.
Boom, there we go. Hey, I'm connected to the small businesses, at least some of them. I try to be, but
You do a lot.
you
do a lot. You do a lot.
I do a decent amount.
It's hard to keep up with you on Facebook.
Oh man, I just go. I go gadget. I just I just try to be active, man, and I figure the more that I'm out there, the more that I can meet more people and I can help more people. It's all it's all for a purpose, and I enjoy doing it. That's the biggest thing, which I'm sure you probably know, doing your own thing.
Yeah.
That's what keeps you in it, is being able to enjoy what you're doing. And I was talking to Kenny, my friend who I interviewed yesterday, and we were
Which I
talking.
watched.
You did?
Yep,
Oh, thank you.
I watched it.
I never know how many people watch and stuff, and I'm just like, I wonder who watched that. But after we were done, we talked about just enjoying what we do, and I said, when I started Small Guy Promotions, it was for me to find a way to find fulfillment in life, because my dad had suddenly passed away, and I was just like, oh man, I could die today. He didn't enjoy life as much as he should have. There's a lot of stuff that I'm sure he would have wanted to do and didn't get the chance, and I was like, man, I can't just work for someone that pays the bills, but I'm not fulfilled.
Yeah.
So, enjoying what you do is a big thing, and that was the only reason that I started it, because I wanted to have some extra joy in my life. and then, I always thought I would still have a full-time job, but now I'm getting to the mindset where I'm like, maybe I don't need a full-time job. Maybe I can, make this something that I can do full-time and, still have income and not have to worry about things, and just have that freedom of being small guy. Oh man, it's so good. Just do what you want when you want, so that's a great thing. So, but these students, you have a class, you instruct a class of people looking to start their own small businesses. How did you get into that?
So when I applied to work at Metro, I do not remember if there was a specific class they wanted an instructor for, or if they were just looking for part-time instructors. I cannot remember which one, but I applied for it, and I got called in to get interviewed, and whatever the class was, I was like, yeah, I'm interested in teaching that one. Well, she looks at my resume, she's like, do you want to teach the rest of the stuff? It's on your resume? I'm like, oh, okay. So I think currently I'm teaching 10 or 12 classes per session at Metro. And some of them are like a one-night class or one-day class, and some of them are 4 classes. So like the sewing class is 4 classes. The small business class is 3 and 2. The first level is 3, and the next level is 2 classes. So I had to build a website to keep track of my classes.
Yeah.
Because there were so many of them.
Oh man.
So when people ask, so what do you teach? I was like, well, here's this website. You can go out there and you can see all the classes I teach, because I couldn't remember.
See, and that's why you can't keep up with me on Facebook, because you're so busy yourself.
Yeah. So I have a website for the studio, a website for the boutique, a website for the sewing studio, and a website for Metro classes.
Man.
That's a lot of
grinding.
classes. That's a lot of classes.
That's good though, man.
And then how that came about. So when you go to the corset boutique website, there's cleavage.
Yeah.
Because there's corsets.
Yeah.
I was like, but that might set some people off who are just trying to sign up for a sewing class.
Yeah.
Right? So you can imagine like a mom trying to sign up her maybe 12 or 14-year-old daughter up. And you land on a website that's got cleavage on it. You're like, I'm not sending my baby there.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
So that one, I had to separate those businesses, or separate the websites, so that each one has its own. And then dance, if you're interested in the dance class, you may not be interested in the sewing class, or you may not be interested in the corset.
Right.
So
it's all about, people are always asking about demographics, so you want to make sure that you're giving them the path directly to what they're looking for.
And then that also helps me when I look at my analytics. It also helps me see who's actually coming to which for what. Yeah,
that makes sense. Yeah, because it would just be all meshed together if you didn't do it that way, and you wouldn't know who was coming for what.
Surprisingly, but not surprisingly, the usual traffic I have to the boutique site is mostly men.
Really?
But I think they're coming to look at pictures. They're not buying a whole lot. But I think they're just going to look at pictures. Yeah.
Wow, that's I wouldn't even think that, I wouldn't think, hey, let me go look at this boutique picture.
I was like, what?
That's funny.
Because when I looked, I was expecting to see, most of the traffic is going to be women.
Women, yeah, between this age and this age.
It's like, no, it's men between this age and this age. I'm like, y'all look at
pictures. And ain't one man came in here to...
Oh, men come in here.
No, I was just... No, we got one in,
Bill's
Is Bill part of...
Bill is in the sewing guild.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
So
and actually today is the guild day.
Oh, really?
Yep. The second Saturday of the month is guild day.
Oh, there you go. Yep. Boom. Yep. So when I came in, they were in here sewing, and I can give you a shot later on of the area where they do the sewing and whatnot. You can see we're at the front table and got stuff like...
Cutting table.
Look, they got...
acrylic rulers.
Wow. This is the biggest ruler I have ever seen in my life. Jimmy, look at this ruler. Why are there so many?
So we got our cutting mat to use a rotary cutter with. I always want to use your mat and your cutter together. You never want to. You can see like somebody cut off the mat on the table. So we want to prevent that from happening. But basically, I'll put up some scraps here. We get our rotary cutter lined up with our ruler. We get a nice clean cut.
Nice.
And this one is a 6-inch wide ruler. So if I needed a bunch of 6-inch wide strips.
There you go. Bang it. Got him.
So this is actually a dangerous tool.
Oh, I bet.
Which is
you cut through that pretty easily.
So we don't let younger students use it because you can.
Yeah, that was super. Like, I mean,
I did. Where did I cut myself last week? I don't even see it now. Maybe it healed up already. Well, that's good. No, like 2 weeks ago, I wasn't paying attention when I was using it and sliced my finger.
Look at that. That's the real deal. It looks like a motorcycle, like a futuristic motorcycle with one wheel.
Or a teeny pizza cutter.
Or a teeny pizza cutter. Look, I'm probably not qualified to test it. You probably need a license.
Just don't cut yourself. But yeah, so that's what we use for that.
Nice.
And then where's my French curve? Up there. My French curve is up there.
Man, we learning stuff today. We learning.
So this is going to be more for garment making. So your sleeve. Where are we at? There we go. So you measure across there.
Since it's clear, I don't know how well you guys can see it, but I'll put it up here so you see that we actually have something. I'm not doing magic.
And this is just a smaller, way cheaper floppy ruler.
Man.
Yeah, you can use that for some stuff.
I would have never even thought that you had to have different rulers.
Different rulers, yeah.
That
For
makes sense
different
though.
things, Yep. So this is also for the sides of pants.
Okay.
So like from your from the waistband down, how it kind of curves out a little bit, you use it for that too. Clothing is not really my thing, so I'm sure there's somebody that was like, she just explained that totally wrong. Clothing is not really my thing. My thing is bags and handbags.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
which is what we're making today in the Guild Day, is a tote bag with floating pockets.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So do you do that often then with
So
bags?
that blue chest
Mhm.
sitting back there needs to be full by the end of this month, so we can go sell them.
Oh, okay.
So we have been my BFF, Angela, my BFF. The other BFF is Tony. So we have been sewing a couple days a week.
Okay.
She usually cuts stuff out and I sew it together. So there's a couple piles of stuff waiting to be put together back there. But yeah.
That's cool, man. That's cool. I really, you know, you were saying how I was busy and stuff. I really like interacting, and I just said that I found that talking was my gift. That's my thing, is being able to be comfortable speaking to almost anybody.
Yep.
And it's
You're
just,
good at it.
you know, it's so easy. Like, I've had people who, when we talk about the interview, you know, the interview might scare some people. That word, interview. You know, if you're a business owner, you're not necessarily wanting to be in front of the camera. You just like to do whatever it is that you do.
Like you
But
kind of in the back.
yeah. And people are sometimes nervous, and I said, you know what? Don't even worry about the camera. We're just sitting down having a conversation.
Yep.
That's all that it is.
You're pretty easy to talk to.
I try to be.
Yeah.
I try to be. And there was one Chima, when I told her that it's live, she's like, oh, I don't know. Chima's African cuisine.
Mm-hmm.
She goes, I don't know. I'm nervous now. I said, don't be nervous. We got done.
Her
She was like, it
interview
was so
rocks.
easy.
Her interview rocks.
Yeah, she was like, it's so easy.
Yeah.
And then
I watch
Mark.
yours too.
Mark,
Yeah.
thank you.
Mark is cool though.
Yeah, well,
Mark
see,
is cool.
but he said, well, how long are we going to be talking? And I said, well, you know, when I first started the interviews, I said 10 or 15 minutes would be long enough. But then as, you know, we started actually talking, like it was just going so easily.
Half an hour.
Yeah, before you know it, was
45
45 minutes. So I said, you know, 30 to 45 minutes. And Mark was like, I don't know if I have enough to talk about for 45
Yes,
minutes.
he does.
Well, 52 minutes later, or
Yeah,
however long
yes,
the
he
video
does.
was, you know, we talked about a lot of stuff. We talked about resources for the library, or that the library offers, you know, for small businesses. And that was one of the things that, like, I was really excited to be able to do. Not only am I having an interview with someone, but I'm finding a way to tie in education
Definitely.
for small business
Yeah.
owners and helping them with resources. So you are a resource. If you guys are contemplating opening a small business, but you're like, I don't know where to start.
Talk to me.
Talk to Isis. Hit her up. Give her a call. Stop by. Something.
And take a
Message her.
class.
Yeah, take a class.
So the class covers everything.
Yeah, there's so much stuff that you can learn. And the invitation, once again, thank you. And thank you for the card. I got it, this week.
You know what? It was printed, right? You notice it was printed and not handwritten?
Yeah, why?
Because I have horrible handwriting.
Oh, I do too.
I didn't
Hey,
think you'd be able
don't
to
even worry
read
about
it.
that.
I was like, I printed stickers and stuff in there so people could read them.
Man.
I didn't know people would be like, oh.
Nah, I didn't. Hey, that's all right.
What is this?
It says, what now? Okay.
I've been told I have the handwriting of an artist.
That's all right. That's all right. You got other talents, so that's okay. You don't have to be a good handwriter, a good signer, or whatever. I don't even know. But you invited us down. It was, you were, I don't know. Did you do 2 that night? Or was it just our session and the session after us?
And then the next week was the second session. So the night that you were there, you were in the first session, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the first session was you and
Heinz Glow.
Diane from B&B.
No, Diane was the next.
Diane was the next one. Diane was the second one.
Mark.
Mark. Yeah,
Yep.
Mark. Yep. And you guys, the students left that class completely happy.
Really?
They took all kinds of notes. They got all kinds of extra information. But like I explained to them, that class exists because when I'm teaching the class, I'm just telling them about my experience.
Yeah.
Your experience is completely different.
Yep.
Mark's experience is completely different from either of ours.
Yep.
And Heinz Glow, her experience is completely different from our experiences. So it's great to get different viewpoints. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was fun. And what it was we just all sat down. She had some questions that she wanted to ask. Were those questions formulated from you
brain.
or from the? Okay, I didn't know if it was from the students.
From my brain.
Okay.
Yep.
But yeah, we just sat down. We answered. We each took our moment to answer the question that she posed to us and told a little bit about from our perspective. Like she said, different experiences. And it was fun, I like doing that type of stuff. So anytime you need, I'm down to talk. So, so how long have you been doing the classes?
I taught the first one in fall of, I think it was fall of 2016. I think. And it was a rather small class. I think it was only 4 people. And from that class, one of the students has started a natural soap business.
Oh, okay, cool.
And she's selling her soap in Omaha.
Nice. What's her name?
If
you don't mind.
Josette.
I don't know. I was going to say, because I know a few people who do their own thing and with handmade soaps and things like that. And it's great that you said that. It was like you were reading my mind, because I was going to ask you, like, do you keep in touch with students afterwards? And do you, like, have any success stories or know people who open businesses after taking the class?
The other gentleman, the gentleman, there was one in that class I've completely lost track of. I have no idea what he was doing.
Yeah.
I couldn't keep up with him. There's a gentleman that was a firefighter that was wanting to open not a riverboat raft, but like a fishing trip. Mm-hmm. On a little boat.
Okay.
Maybe it was a raft. Kayak. Maybe it was a kayak. Okay. I don't know anything about boats. I don't remember what it was. Some kind of boat thing that floated that you could sit on, and you could float down the Platte River.
Oh, was it one of the little gondola rides?
Like
they do in like Venice or something?
No, not quite a gondola.
Because I saw something on Groupon one time for something.
For a gondola?
Groupon or there's another one like Groupon.
Living Social.
Yeah, Living Social,
yeah.
And I didn't even use it. I bought one, never even used it. To be buying stuff for no reason.
The things don't expire for like ever.
I don't even know.
It's probably still in your email.
Probably.
You should probably look it up.
Probably.
But yeah, he wanted to start that, and we talked we talked a lot about insurance coverage. Mm-hmm. Because people were going to be drinking.
Oh man, and you get them in water.
And yes, so I was like, you would want to contact an attorney.
Yeah, liability.
And figure out what you need coverage-wise. I can't really help you with that. I did not want to tell him the wrong thing and be like, oh no, you just need this.
No, there's a lot of factors that
there's a whole lot of factors.
You make sure you get an LLC so they can only come after the business and not you personally. you know.
and that on that note, the class is we only focus on LLCs.
Cool.
We only focus on LLCs, regardless of your risk factor.
Mm-hmm.
So, because basically, if you're running a business, it's a risk.
Yeah.
All of it's a risk.
Yep. Yep.
The risk of not making money is always a risk.
Yeah.
And not to mention people driving through
Yeah.
your front door.
Oh man.
So,
Yes. You know what? Let's take a left turn there. Let's talk about that. So we are in the location because we wanted to talk about the grand reopening anyway. So you were recently back into this location
Yes.
because of
And we're not even
unfortunate.
unpacked. There's still boxes back there we have to unpack here.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's fun. Yeah, I'm sure you came in that day and was like, okay, wow. An unfortunate incident happened where, you know, luckily no one was here, right?
Oh no, there were ladies in the salon.
But no one here.
No
though,
one
right?
here.
Okay.
I was at home asleep. It was really early in the morning. There was no reason for me to be here at 8:30 in the morning.
Oh, man.
I was at home asleep. But Coco was in the salon. She owns a...
Is it Grand Salon still?
Grand Salon, yep.
I mean, I used to go there back.
Yeah.
Look, my hair is. I obviously have not had a haircut in a long time. But back when I first moved here in '94, my dad used to take us there to get a haircut, and then we went down to tight cuts after that. But you can come. You can come on, man. Oh, you neither. You come on, man. You come on, get on camera, man. He's like, nah, I'm good.
But yeah, so
I didn't know what he was saying at first. I was like,
that was sewing language for hand me that pocket. So yeah, so on April 6th, I got a text message from Shelly. Jeff and Shelly own Big Ink t-shirt printing. And she asked me, the text message says, hey, can you call me? I was like, this is really early. I wonder what's going on. So, and I say really early, like other people be like, it was 8:30 in the morning.
nah, hey, man. You
but
got nowhere to be. That's early.
So, called her back, and she's like, yeah, somebody drove through your shop. It's a mess. You need to come down here. So I quickly put on some clothes and shoes, came down here, and sure enough, yeah, somebody had drove through the front, was this north? Yep,
Yeah,
north wall, my north
yeah.
wall. The van went halfway through the Grand Salon where it stopped because the support beam, she drove into the support beam. But Coco and some customers were in the salon and got up and ran to the back when she came through the window, and then the van popped out in the corner of Big Ink. So this lady drove through 3 businesses.
That insurance is going up.
So yeah, but
Oh,
she's still driving. And to my knowledge, she was not written a citation or breathalyzer was given
Really?
to her. No, nothing.
How does that work?
Yeah,
Ah.
it's an interesting story. And every time I say it, people are like, what do you mean? I'm like, no, that's what happened. I can't make this up. You can't make that up.
I want to say something right now, but I'm not gonna say it. I'll save it for after camera because I'm not.
But
gonna
even they
that
say that.
Well, I'm not gonna say that on camera. But
Because even when I'm when I'm told my Caucasian friends, they're like, she white? I'm like, yeah. They're like, oh, okay. Not even trying to start anything.
Yeah.
Seriously, like my Caucasian friends, when I tell them what happened, they're like, she was white, wasn't she? I'm like, yeah.
That's so great that I didn't even say it, but you knew what.
Because it's obvious. You don't have to say it. In 2003, I rear-ended some lady at the intersection of Cornhusker and Fort Cook. I was tired, trying to get home. I think I was working 2 jobs and going to school. Trying to get home. And rear-ended some lady. I got a ticket. I had to go to court.
I don't know how you run through 3 businesses.
And don't get a ticket. It was very interesting. Oh, yeah.
Maybe she connected.
And, well, she connected somebody. But, my windows got blown out. And I ended up pushing her car. She was at stoplight. I ended up pushing her car out into traffic.
Oh man,
It was bad. It was bad. But the cop, there was a cop that had pulled somebody over on the opposite side, which I think hypnotized me. So, and I was already tired, so that didn't help. So driving just didn't realize the light had turned red, hit her. But he comes over and starts yelling at me.
Hey, Michael. Really?
Are you on anything? Have you been drinking? I'm like, am I alive?
Now, are you okay?
He never asked me, are you okay?
Oh.
No, he never asked, are you okay? He was like, have you been drinking? Are you on anything? I'm like, I have some ibuprofen in my purse. Can I have that? Is that cool? Do you want to see that? And make sure it's ibuprofen? But yeah, that was a completely different experience.
Yeah.
Than.
Well, luckily though, nobody was hurt.
Nobody was hurt.
You know, that's the important thing. You know, so man, I couldn't even imagine coming in. So when you came here and you saw the shop.
So I pull up and I can see in my shop through a hole in the wall, and I can see into the salon. The whole front of the salon is gone. She took out all the glass. Okay. So I can see that, and our landlord is here. The city inspector is here. Yeah, it was live.
Man.
It was live. And they had towed her van out already and took it to impound or whatever. And she went to work after that.
Wow.
Yeah.
I guess.
I know. It is what it is. So
good thing for insurance. So
yeah.
So then you were in a temporary position or location.
Temporary location, and it was smaller than this place, so I could only fit my sewing classes in there, which was fine because I had no merchandise because she took it out. So we had our sewing classes over there for about 3 months, and the landlord was nice enough to let me move to an empty bay that he had.
Yeah.
Because the other choice was to go home and make absolutely no money for the next 3 months while they clean this up, right? And still have to pay rent, right? Because that's a contract that you sign. Don't think just because something happens to your space that you get to stop paying rent.
Yeah.
You signed a contract. You still got to pay rent.
Oh man, I wouldn't even. There's so many different things to think about.
Which I never thought about before that happened.
Yeah, because why would you?
Because why would you plan for? Oh well, somebody might drive through the front of my place.
Yeah. Oh man.
So yeah, he was nice enough to let us move over there, and eventually they fixed this place, fixed it back up. We got a tile floor. This used to be carpet.
Okay.
We got a tile floor, which is actually right.
Oh, this happens sometimes when you're on networks. I want to record there. See, I go back and it goes right back live. I don't know. I don't understand it. Seems like once a show we have a technical issue with the Wi-Fi. But
No, you got it.
tile floor.
You got it. Tile
Easier
floor.
for cleanup.
Easier for someone clean up. Just sweep it up, or whatever. It's all good. This is the space now.
And so you just opened back up last week.
Last
it was
week.
a grand reopening.
Grand reopening. Last
Grand
Saturday.
reopening.
Yeah.
So, man, if you have not come here, you know, it's a perfect time to check it out. If you weren't able to make it to the grand reopening, you're in the Bellevue area, you want to see what it's all about, you can come and check it out. You know,
And
I'm sure she'd be more than happy to welcome you into the door.
And I understand that there are quite a few people in Bellevue looking for beginner level sewing classes, which is what we do.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Yeah, so if you're looking for sewing classes, B-Star Boutique.
We also have quilting classes. I have a quilting instructor. Kathy Thayer.
Hey, Kathy, if you ever see this, Kathy's super nice. She's great.
She owns Fabric Batch. She's the quilt teacher here. And we just not hired is probably contracted. Is probably a better word. We just... contracted. I keep saying we. I just contracted a fashion design instructor.
Yeah.
Who has a master's in textile and apparel design. So, her classes will start in August.
Is there a problem?
No.
You okay? Are you all right? I don't know. I got my kids over there, like 7-year-old. She's been having a lot of issues lately. I don't know what it is, but Anyway, we'll wrap it up
So we're
soon
good.
so we can figure out what's going on over there. She was totally fine earlier, but 800 South. Is it Fort Crook Road South?
Corporate Road South.
800 Fort Crook Road South.
Sweet A.
Sweet A. That's where you can find Isis and B-Star Boutique. And, you know, she's in Bellevue. It's a very welcoming community. They try to support, you know, local business owners, keep money in the area.
We
You
try.
don't have to go out west
We
to
don't.
find businesses to provide services for your needs. So you can come right here to Bellevue. There's a lot of different business owners out here doing great things. Isis, of course, is one of them, but she's got the jobs here. She's got the classes at Metro. There's so many different things going on, and that's what it is. So let's get a few shots real quick of. Make sure not to get these crazy kids who are over here. I don't know, having a issue right now. But, boom. I won't get you, Bill. I'll just get the machine. There's space. If you need space, look. This is where it all goes down. Boom. 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 Here's... And these are all different sewing machines?
Scissors. So these are finishing machines.
Oh, okay.
So this is that stitch that is on the inside of your t-shirt
Oh, okay.
sleeve.
These do that.
These machines do that. So this is for garment finishing. I did not make these.
Oh, okay.
Just
Okay.
put the disclaimer, I did not make these.
Man.
But yeah.
So yeah, that's what it is. Once again, is there anything else you would like to tell the people who may be watching this?
I don't know.
Website, where can they find you?
Websites. So
Yeah, or websites.
Websites. Plural. So if you are interested in sewing classes, the website is bstarsewing.com. If you're interested in corsetry or kilts, because we used to sew kilts,
Ay la de.
she ran those over too.
Lassie.
So that website is bstarboutique.com. And it's just a letter B, it's not B-E.
Yeah,
It's
just
letter
B. Yeah, the
just
letter B.
B-Star.
I've got the page tagged here in this video as well, so if you'd like to visit her page on Facebook.
And then all of my Metro, you can obviously find my Metro classes on Metro's website. But if you just want to see the classes that I am teaching, Gertig, which is my name, shortened, right? So IGERTIG.com. Did I spell it right? Gertig. Yeah, iGertig.com is my list of Metro classes. The dance studio is Bedouin Star. I know Bedouin is probably hard to spell for some folks, but it's spelled exactly the way it sounds. BedouinStar.com is the dance studio. So,
There
got
you
all
have it,
kinds of
ladies and
stuff.
gentlemen. If you've enjoyed any part of the show and would like to help us reach more people, please go ahead and share it. We appreciate all the shares, all the loves. If you have a question that you'd like to go ahead and send through, like I said, I have her page tagged so she can see the question. If it pops up later, she'll be able to answer it. If you have a question for me, you can do that as well. Thank you for tuning in, and that's what it is. Smile, help someone else smile, laugh, and help someone else laugh. All day, every day. That's what it is. Small guy. B-Star Boutique. Yeah. Have a wonderful day, y'all. Peace out.